Today, we are going to check out a very interesting product from Synology. Not this big guy here, but this big guy. So yeah, this is the Synology BeeDrive, which is the company's very first portable SSD for consumers and prosumers. However, the company doesn't want you to think of this as a mere portable SSD, but rather it is your personal backup hub. And that's because Synology has incorporated many features of its NAS servers into this portable device here. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how powerful the BeeDrive can be in your daily life, as I've been enjoying this for over a month. The BeeDrive is a very compact and lightweight storage device. It measures 6 cm wide and 0.8 cm tall. This is definitely a portable SSD that you will want to put into your pockets and you will not feel any weight at all. So the design is pretty simple with a BeeDrive branding on the top here, and right at the side here you get a USB-C port. This basically supports up to 10 gigabits per second of transfer speed, and based on benchmarks it can actually reach up to 800 megabytes per second of read and write transfer speeds, which is actually great for a portable SSD like this. Now let's get started on the Synology BeeDrive. Now as you can see, I've already installed the BeeDrive companion app, which can be accessed in the Synology BeeDrive itself, or you can download from Synology's website for absolutely free. Now this app is the main big feature of the BeeDrive, and at this time of shooting, it only supports Windows computers, whereas Mac OS support is coming at a later time. Now this is what you get when you launch the Synology BeeDrive app. It is very user-friendly. It tells you the storage usage as well as how is the drive status. Now it has three main features right here. Now first of all would be the computer backup feature. Now this feature is very straightforward, as it backs up your computer's files and folders depending on the location that you have set. So currently I've set it to back up my OneDrive folder on my computer. So whatever files and folders that I've created in this directory, it will automatically be backed up to the BeeDrive whenever I make a change. Now what's interesting right here is this file version feature, which is something that I have never seen on any other portable SSD's backup software. Now it allows you to store up to 5 archive file versions. So for instance, if I created a Microsoft Word document and I accidentally deleted some parts of the content and I've saved it, I can actually revert to that original Microsoft Word document that I didn't intend to change by just using this file version feature, which I'm going to show it in a bit. Now of course, in this backup feature, you can also specify what file extensions and names that you want to exclude, and even the file size as well. Now this is a really powerful backup too. Now I'm going to head on over to File Sync next, because this is where the BeeDrive gets interesting. Now if you have used a Synology NAS previously, you would have known that Synology has a feature called Synology Drive. Now this works exactly the same as Synology Drive. Now on my computer, I've actually created a directory called BeeDrive Sync. So this is where I have my files that is synchronized over to the BeeDrive whenever I made a change here. So whenever I create a file or folder or anything that's within this BeeDrive Sync folder, it will be synchronized to this BeeDrive Acer Swift Edge. So let me show you guys a demo. So let's say if I create a new folder, for instance, and I'm going to call it KLGG, and on the BeeDrive, you'll see that that folder gets synchronized almost instantly. So the file sync feature also has the same versioning feature as the PC backup feature. So if we head on over to this advanced settings here, you can see that there's this file version setting where you can set up to 5 versions to be stored within the BeeDrive. It will actually store those versions in a hidden folder, and when you need to revert to the original file, you can basically do it really simply. Now on the sync feature, you actually get a sync direction here. So currently it's set to 2-way, which means it will synchronize the file that's created on the BeeDrive or on my computer to 2 places, or otherwise you can set from computer to BeeDrive or from BeeDrive to computer. Now let me show you how the file versioning works. Now for instance, let's open this sample text file on my computer here. So as you can see, I've generated some random text on this. So let's just continue typing a little, and we're just going to save it. Alright, so once we are done, this feature will basically be synchronized over to the BeeDrive Asus Rift Edge folder. So let's say this is the document that I happen to make a mistake. I didn't want that content to be written. So what I will do is on my computer, I just simply need to right click on the sample text file and click on show more options. And do you see that there's this browse previous versions with a BeeDrive logo? So once you click on it, this is what happens. It will ask you which version that do you want to restore. So as you can see, it actually supports multiple computers. That's why you see there's a computer name right here. So I'm just going to restore it to an earlier revision that is on 3:45 p.m. today. So let me just tap on it. Then a dialog will pop up asking me where I want to save that file. It's pretty much like a file recovery feature, and which is what makes the BeeDrive so cool. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop, right? So once we open the file on my desktop, you'll see that the file is a totally different file. So this is what was edited on 3:45 p.m. and this was what is edited on a recent file change, right? So yeah, it's totally two different files here. So as you can see, this is a very useful feature that I think many people will appreciate on the Synology BeeDrive. Next, let's talk about the mobile transfer feature, and this, in my opinion, is probably the most powerful and useful feature of the Synology BeeDrive, and this works similarly to Synology's DS Photo on its NAS servers. Now notice that I've paired two phones onto my Synology BeeDrive already, and in order to add just one more, all I need to do is to press this add button. So the mobile transfer feature supports up to 5 smartphones, so that's more than sufficient for most people out there. So in order to pair with your smartphone, you need to download the Synology BeeDrive app, which is also a free download on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. So let's tap on start on my iPhone 14 Pro, and we are going to scan this QR code right now. And what's going to happen is that it is going to ask you whether you want to back up all photos or back up new photos only at this point. Now, this is pretty familiar, right? It's just like DS Photos. And what's interesting for iPhone users specifically is that the Synology BeeDrive app is able to convert all your high efficiency photos, which is the HEIC file extension photos, into the compatible JPEG format, which is more compatible on Windows PCs and some other photo editing apps. So if you don't want to do that, you can still press on originals if you want to, or you can save both the HEIC and JPEG format of photos if you actually want to, but that will ultimately use up more storage space on your Synology BeeDrive. So as for now, let's just probably keep to originals, shall we? And let's tap on OK, and I'm just going to back up all my photos right now and tap on start backup. So it's going to be really fast, and it depends on the number of photos that you have in your gallery. So for now, I have about 6,000 over photos, and it is now backing up to my computer over Wi-Fi. So this feature basically works when both your smartphone and computer is connected to the same Wi-Fi network, and that is crucial in order to make this feature work. So let's say if you're at a hotel or something and you want to back up your photos from your phone to the BeeDrive, you will need to ensure that both phones are connected to the same network, or you can even create a mobile hotspot between your phone and your computer in order to start the backup over to the BeeDrive. Now, this is a really powerful feature that I think other portable SSDs do not have. Now, on this mobile transfer feature, there's also another killer feature called BeeDrop. Now, this is essentially something like AirDrop. Now, for instance, if you're using a Windows computer, so obviously you do not have access to AirDrop on iPhone, so all you need to do is to use the BeeDrop feature. And by tapping this BeeDrop button at the bottom here, it will ask whether you want to send a photo or file. So let's tap on files, for instance, right? So let's just simply send a file that I've stored on my iPhone. For instance, we are going to send this Excel document quotation here and press on open, and it's going to download from iCloud. And what's going to happen is that it is just going to send over to my computer. There you go. It's almost instant. Do you see? This is the file that I sent over from my iPhone. So there's no need to connect any cables, and all you need to do is just 2 taps and the file is already sent over to your computer. Now let's try on a camera photo, shall we? So let's tap on the BeeDrive button again, and I'm going to go to camera, and we're just going to randomly take some photos. Let's tap a photo here and use a photo, and it's going to be sent instantly to my BeeDrive. There we go. That's the photo, and we are just going to tap again camera. We're just going to take another selfie of me probably. And there you go. Ooh, all right. And I'm going to use the photo, and it's going to be sent in just a matter of seconds to my computer. There you go. That's my ugly selfie in actual full resolution. Last but not least, I just want to highlight that there is a recycle bin feature for the Synology BeeDrive, and it can be easily accessed from the dashboard here. So on the storage usage part here, all I need to do is to tap on these three dots and press on Open Archive Files. So this is basically where all my removed files will be stored in, and it is categorized into different computers. So you don't really need to worry if you accidentally delete files on the Synology BeeDrive, as you can easily just retrieve them from this archive folder. Now basically all these files will be stored for up to 30 days or until you manually empty the archive files folder. This is basically a hidden folder, as you can see. If you go back to the D drive here, you totally cannot see that .deleted files folder, and I think this is something that's really cool about the BeeDrive. So after going through these features, you can see that the BeeDrive is really more than just a portable SSD. It is a powerful personal backup hub, which Synology has brought its expertise on backing up files and photos on its NAS servers over to this portable storage device. However, the BeeDrop is a little expensive if you compare to a regular portable SSD. It is available in storage capacities of 1TB and 2TB and retails for 829 ringgit and 1,429 ringgit respectively. But if you compare to a regular 2-bay NAS server or a monthly cloud storage plan, this is a cost-effective solution if you're looking for a simple backup device for a computer and smartphone that doesn't require complex setups. So yeah, that's all for my thoughts and my review on the Synology BeeDrive. It is a really great portable backup hub that I recommend that you go check it out. So definitely stay tuned for more videos coming up on the channel. Stay subscribed and be sure to give us a thumb. So that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Do stay tuned for more videos coming right up, and be sure to subscribe to KLGadgetTV for more videos coming right up, and I will see you guys in the next one.